Good day to everyone. I'm Calayag from University of the Philippines Open University. I would like to present to you my research proposal entitled Usage of Multimedia as the Medium of Instruction to the Workers of the Livelihood Project in Smokey Mountain.
Rationale of the study. This study aims to know the response of the workers of the Livelihood Project in Smokey Mountain to multimedia as a medium of instruction. This proposal wants to discover their reaction to it so that the effectiveness will be measured. With the results of this study, the mode of communication can be adopted to what is the best form of communicating with them in giving instructions. The receiver of this study are the chosen residences of Smokey Mountain because not all will be given the job in the Livelihood Project. This Livelihood Project is one of the ways to have an alternative income-generating activity that will help them earn money to support their families. Yes, they do live in the dump sites, but this project will let them look beyond what their eyes can see. This will encourage them to aim for something better, to think out of the box, which they are in right now. Having alternative income-generating activities will let them realize that they can do something else besides scavenging. That even if they live in that area most of their lives, it does not mean that they cannot do anything else. One of the Livelihood Project that is ongoing right now will bring out the creativity of the people by sewing bags with different designs. This project does not utilize recyclable materials, just like the normal materials used by others, but will provide world-class materials so that it can be marketed and sold locally and internationally. The products will not be labeled as a livelihood project of Smokey Mountain residences to abolish the mindset of the people that they will buy the products out of mercy and compassion, but would be labeled as a regular merchandise. This is done to show that the products can be displayed alongside other branded bags at the mall, here and to the other countries as well. The sewers undergo trainings and are closely supervised to teach, to equip, and to guide the workers in the production. This livelihood is under the supervision of Iris Ministries, an international ministry that aims to stop for the one, to worship Christ, and to eradicate poverty together. The research proposal wants to explore the potential of the multimedia as a vehicle to instruct the workers on how to do the bag-making project with the less supervision of the live instructors. The response of the people to the instruction method will be a depending factor to the success of the pioneering project. This project wants to provide a livelihood that would be a constant source of income for the residences. This would give them a wide array of choices and not just settle for what is around, but to believe that they can make a difference in their community. It could create an employment in the vicinity. Furthermore, it would lessen the numbers of jobless beings. The supervision is intended to help them build the first few steps of the project, but after some time, let them continue with just minimal supervision. By following specific guidelines, it would enable the project to reach its full potential. The research problem. The main focus question of the study is, does the multimedia can be used as a medium of instruction to the workers of the Livelihood Project in Smokey Mountain? From the main focus question, a number of the other guiding questions include: Number 1, what kind of multimedia presentation would be the best vehicle for the effective communication process? Number 2, would the participants be able to understand the multimedia as a tool of communication? Number 3, what are the participants' educational attainments? Objectives of the study. The study will discover the potential of using the multimedia as the medium of instruction to the workers of the Livelihood Project in Smokey Mountain. Number 1, to know the multimedia platform that will be suitable for the participants so that the communication process will reach its full potential. Number 2, to gauge the capacity of the workers to follow and to adapt to technological advancement such as multimedia. Number 3, to learn their educational background and adjust to their capabilities to absorb information and instructions. Importance of the study. This study can make a huge contribution to the society. When the findings arrived, it can be adopted by other non-government organizations and be used as a model platform to use as a communication tool for their livelihood projects as well. Since it's going to be tested empirically, the validity of the program can be assured. Although the results may vary due to the factors involving the procedure, nevertheless, it can serve as a model for other community groups and can be replicated. It can also eliminate unnecessary errors for the future projects of the government and non-profit organizations. The research proposal can be used also as a reference for academic research. Related literature. The study wants to know the kind of multimedia that can be used as a medium of instruction for the Livelihood project in Smoky Mountain. This study involves presenting the different multimedia products that can be considered in choosing the medium of instruction. To determine that, finding out the educational background of the participants should be considered. By knowing this, selection can be made based on the capabilities of the participants to understand and learn from it as a medium of instruction. Theoretical framework. Berlow's model. This communication process involves SMCRE, which is a linear communication model. This can be used in the study. The factors are the sender, which is the pre-recorded instructor, the message, which is the instruction and the guidelines, channel, which is the multimedia technology, the receiver, who are the livelihood workers, and the effect, or the production. There is also inclusion of feedback, which can be gauged through evaluation. SMCRE. Here, the dissemination of information is through mass communication, which has its strength and weakness. The communication process in the study will also be a linear communication model because the sender cannot get the immediate feedback because it is pre-recorded. One way of measuring the communication is through production and outcome. The feedback will reach the sender through evaluation. Conceptual framework. Number 1, there are different multimedia technology that can be used to communicate with the participants. Surveying the needs and what is compatible to the target audience is an essential. This is an important ingredient of the study. Number 2 is knowing the educational background of the receiver has a direct contribution to the selection of a multimedia technology that is suitable to the target audience. The effectiveness of this process is directly related to the compatibility of the two factors. There are two different variables in the conceptual framework. The dependent variables are the kind of multimedia presentation to be used and the understanding of the instructions and guidelines through multimedia. And the independent variable is participants' educational attainment. Methodology. The study uses cross-sectional survey, conducting a research survey to the 20 women participants who live in the Smoky Mountain area in Balotondo, Manila, that can help in gauging their educational attainment. From immersion process, the observer can also find out if the participants are able to read and write. One of the assumptions in this study is the participants have limited access and knowledge to the technology because most of them didn't have education, or if they had, it's basically elementary level only. So with this, finding out the educational background is necessary so that the multimedia technology can be chosen with which the participants can be connected. Collecting information from the participants can be obtained by conducting a survey. Presently, there are 20 women who are chosen to do the Livelihood project, and the sole participants are pre-chosen. These 20 participants are the representative of the population of the livelihood workers. The well-constructed questionnaire can gather the information needed for the study. The language to be used should be taken into consideration too. Filipino language is used in the questionnaire. The survey to be conducted is through questionnaire and personal interview. A personal interview is necessary so that the participant who cannot understand certain questions can be assisted by the surveyor. Aside from knowing the educational attainment of the participants, the next important factor is to choose the multimedia technology that is applicable to the respondents. After the data collections and analyzing the data, it is the time to choose the suitable multimedia technology. A close monitoring procedure should be done as well to know the effectiveness of the multimedia.